Hey there, welcome to part 2 of breaking the cycle of addiction. Today is just really simply after we have surrendered, admitted that we have a problem, that we need help, the next step would be to determine a course of action. So this action must be something that is planned and purposeful. For me, it was after I came to that place of surrender, I started implementing the plan to get off of all the psychotropics, all the methadone, heroin, crack, everything. Started implementing a plan to get off of those drugs. All right, so I worked closely with my psychiatrist and we tapered down, and it was like a 3-month process. And even after that, I was still really not feeling well, but I was at least able to travel the 6 hours to the Hoving Home where I began my 1-year program. So that was my plan, was to go into the Hoving Home, a Christian women's rehabilitation program, which is a sister program to Teen Challenge. You might be familiar with Teen Challenge. I can't speak highly enough about it. I worked at the one in Brooklyn for 4 years, and I still work for the president, Don Wilkerson. But anyways, so we need to have this plan in place and determine the steps that we're about to take to get to the end goal of sobriety and a changed life. Okay. There is some controversy that some people say, you don't need to change your location or your environment, and I highly disagree with that. I do believe that we need to change where we're currently living, because you're currently very sick where you're living, where you're staying, obviously, or else you wouldn't, it plays a part in someone's addiction. It does. Your environment absolutely does. So I am a firm believer that we need to remove ourselves from the environment where we became sick or where we are continually sick. So plucking yourself out. So for me, it was a 6-hour drive south, because I'm from Rochester, New York. And so we drove 6 hours south towards New York City, in Garrison, New York, and that's where the Hoving Home is. There's actually 4 centers of the Hoving Home, one in California, one in Nevada, one in Jersey, and one in Garrison. But then Teen Challenge centers are all over the world, so you can definitely find a center near you. I would go to www.teenchallengeusa.com to find a center near you. Please reach out if you have any questions about this, but that is step 2 to breaking the cycle of addiction, is determining the course of action, making a plan, and removing yourself from the environment, and preferably to a 1-year rehabilitation program. We really need time to process the trauma and the things that have happened in the past, the big empty hole within us that is causing us to seek to fill that hole. So I believe, again, I'm a firm believer in a 1-year discipleship program is what I'm a firm believer in. So again, that's step 2. Please reach out if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. God bless, and I'll see you tomorrow for part 3.